Just over the crest here, there's a interesting place I want to go to, but there's cars just pulling out here, and I've got to turn. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Get up the hill. It's a steep hill. So this is called, whoa, crash and burn. This rock, see straight ahead, there's a rock in this grass. Yeah. That's called Rubbing Buffalo Rock, I think it's called. Yeah, man. So it looks like it's a little overgrown, but it's a famous rock. Oh, I think there's a little path here. Nice. Just don't slip over, Mr. Bailey. Look. Yeah, touch the rubbing rock. All right, let's see if I can get a nice picture with that. Well, there you go, kids. I'm driving along this really straight road, bored out of my mind, and turn my lights on after this car so I don't make them think that I was flashing them. All right, yeah, so I'm driving along, and you know how when you got a car you're not familiar with, and any noise that you're also not familiar with starts to freak you out, right? And so I know there's a noise when I turn the vents on, because the air conditioning compressor is getting a little old, needs to be replaced, which I don't think I'm going to do unless I can find a reconditioned one or something. But it whines, right? It has that kind of whining sound, you can tell. Anyway, I'm just driving along, minding my own business, doing my own thing, and all of a sudden, friggin' hell, this horrible whining sound, like as if a bearing's gone bad, like really bad. And so I quickly pulled over because I was thinking, I'm in the middle of nowhere, man. Like, I know I've got the AMA, but it's not good. Anyway, I pulled over, and the sound was constant. So it wasn't like it was like a whine, like, you know, when an engine winds down or something like that, or keeps going. It was like as if a turbo was still going right after the car stopped. That kind of sound. Anyway, whew, it wasn't the car. My drill fell over back there, and the trigger got pressed, and so it was like, it was back there, so I couldn't tell whether it was the diff or what was going on. But yeah, it was just my drill, man. Got to make sure that thing is clicked into the middle so the trigger doesn't work. It certainly gave me a bit of a freak in the middle of nowhere. Just looking at this beautiful color composition of the grey skies and the wheat fields going for, oh, I've been driving for hours and it's just wheat fields.
A quick message from my master. His new horror novel, Moloch, is now available on Amazon, and picking up a copy is the best way to support his writing. It's dark, unsettling, and easily the strongest work he's released so far. But if buying books isn't an option, people can still listen to his stories for free over on the Ashler Press channel. Link in the description, starting with Dark Matter, the first book in the mythos. However they choose to dive in, he's genuinely grateful for the support, and for the sycophants who want to delve even further. Over on Patreon, you can pre-read and provide feedback on his third, yet unpublished masterpiece, 86,400. Death Comes for Us All, Even Death, a philosophical novel about death itself. Now, let's return to his One Aussie's Adventure flashback video featuring the socially awkward human himself. Trust me, that part's not acting.
Macca's back home has a lot to learn. This is a fast food joint in Canada, and it actually looks like the picture. This is, I think, called an Uncle Joe's, I think it is. Anyway, better get back to it. At least it looks like the picture. Oh my god. I think I need to check my pants. Compared to what I'm used to eating back in Australia, which is not this, but when I do have something, this knocks out of the park. I'm in this new housing estate. I just picked up the decals. So these things. And it's very surreal here. What I mean by that is like in front of you is nothing, right? I can't believe they're going to be putting more of this in. But I'm going to do a U-turn here. And there's these two cars on the side of the road that I swear to God belong in a Stephen King movie. I'll have to stop in a sec. But check these. That one there and the one behind it. That is wild. Hell on wheels. That's what's on the number plate. It's wicked, man. All right, but look at this estate. Like, look at these houses. They're all cookie cutter. All identical. Or almost. But do you know what I mean? Like, this is really trippy. This, like, I wouldn't even know which is my house. They must have like homeowners associations making sure everyone has identical things going on. Oh, and they've got these stupid four-way stops. Like, stupid is an understatement. Where am I? No, I've got to keep going. Like, even look at these garages. They're all identical on the ones on the right. Do you not find that strange? So to save space, I guess, they've got the garages at the back and the houses at the front. Yeah, see, here's a stop sign. Beautiful sunset coming down. And it's a three-way stop because it's only 3 joints. And it's the first in, first served. I mean, like, this is BS. Do you not find this crazy? I find this very crazy. And these are pedestrian crossings, these two little lines. Whereas half the time I don't see them because they're just faint lines. At least we've got like proper zebra crossings. It's just... it's like the Stepford Wives here. They're all painted the same colours. Oh, see, I don't know what's going on here. Do I have right away? Oh, I don't know. Oops. Oh, something fell over. Oh, my fan. Ooh, which way am I going? I'm at Hotel Walmart. Well, I don't know if this is a Hotel Walmart. I've got to go and find out. I did see signs over there at the brick saying absolutely no overnight parking, but I can't see a single sign in this car park, but also can't see a single camper. Anyway, I'm here at Walmart because I want to get a few things, but also I've got my sticker and I'm going to see if I can get a frame for it. You'll see in a minute what I mean. Good morning, guys. So, make the bed. I am heading east, further east today. Oh, more sawdust. Sawdust seems to keep appearing. This is kind of crazy now. So I'm heading further east. I'm going to a place called... I don't know. Anyway, I'll know when I get there. It's about 3 hours east, and then I'll be driving. That's where I'm pretty much going to stop for lunch, and then I'm going to keep driving. And I've got to sneeze. Cut this. I'm going to keep driving past that after lunch to a campground at a place in Canada called Grand Rapids. Different to the USA Grand Rapids, but it is in a lake area and it's pretty remote. And then from there I'm going to stay there probably maybe 2 nights if I can, and then I'm going to go to Winnipeg is my next city. So essentially there's no cities between Saskatoon, where I am now, and Winnipeg. It's all kind of remote areas. And this particular place I've chosen, I was told don't go there by a guy. I don't 100% think his logic was sound, but, you know, neither is mine half the time. So yeah, so that's where I'm going to go today. What else have I got going on? I managed to hold the phone. So I jumped online and found this couple who have a small printing business. And I figured while I'm here, I got the logo for the driver's door and the passenger door. I hope it's not too big. And because I figured, why not? But on the brow of the van, you know, that bulkhead above the windshield, I've actually got One Oz's Adventure as a big decal. That it's huge. It's what, 4 feet like long. The maybe what 1.2 high, something like that. And yeah, so they were kind enough to print that for me. And I just thought it would be cool to be driving along through this country and, well, promoting the channel, one thing, but also promoting Australia as another, saying, like, I'm a tourist, you know, and not so much as look at me, but more of a, well, look out for me. Watch out for this crazy idiot on the wrong side of the road. Anyway, look, I got to get something to eat. I might try frosted flakes, which are like cornflakes with sugar all over them. But they don't do anything for me. But I figured I'll have a big lunch. So I'm going to have this just to kind of give me something to get through now. And then I'll have lunch at this town that I'm going to. And I got news that Starlink is due to arrive tomorrow in Calgary. And I ain't going back to Calgary because that's a 6-hour drive, I think it is, west. But the UPS store has agreed to forward it on to Winnipeg. So I'll get them to do that. And that might mean that I get it by Friday. Fingers crossed. If I have Starlink by Friday, I'll be really stoked. So there we go. That's my update. Let's get on with it. I just drove past the... I just pulled over to check my maps and I saw this little Blessings... Check this out. Blessings Garden. Take or leave a blessing. Well, what do we got here? What do we need? Gratitude. That's what I need. And in replace of gratitude, I'm going to put my little sticker. See? There's my little blessing. Thank you. That's pretty cool. So I picked up a little rock that said gratitude. So I'm going to put that in the van somewhere because I think that's awesome. Well done to them. Yeah. I think I can go in this way. Yeah, here we go. Man, the driveway sucks. Alright, let's go to the outer edge one because it's a little bit easier to maneuver. It's a little confusing sometimes because, like, as you know, like Australians know, black is diesel. But here, black is like petrol and the yellow is diesel. And you got the one Bowser for all three. All right, I better pay for this. Other amount, I need to go a bit more. Oh, 150. I love this. Turn it on and leave it on. I was just passing through this town called Englefield. Yeah. And I saw this, I had to turn back around and see this big pig on the left up here. And I believe it's Englefield, home of the Hog Fest. It's like awesome. But it has this little shacky thing here, so I'm going to check it out. So I turned around. Check this, man. This is cool. Oh. Let's go. Oh, here we go. So over the sunlight, it's just right in the wrong direction, isn't it? See if I can get in this shade here. There we go. It's a gender neutral with pig. It's an awesome little thing. Scan to see an 8-minute video of the making of the little pig house. Oh, it's locked up. That's funky. Like if you got kids or something, you're going to build something like that on your house, on your property. History of the Hog Fest. Oh, I can't see it all in there. Something's fallen over. And then you've got this Alfred. That's a pretty good sculpture there. I'm not sure what the little hands are doing. Oh, funny. It's a great job. It's a nice little town. Well, I haven't seen anything other than the one shop that's here, I think. 2 shops. I can hear like this really crazy sound coming. Saw the little note. Thanks for visiting. Leave us a message. Pull that down. Ha! Look, you can write a message in here. I think I'm going to have to. Here's my pen. I could have swore today was Monday, but it's Sunday. I went to the Watson Canada Post just there and wondered why it wasn't open. And I looked at my phone and was like, Sunday? Okay. But there you go. I need to pay more attention to my days. All right. Yeah, I got to fix something up on the back here. See that timber? That's got to go, man. I've been trying to find something that's big enough to cover the whole door that's waterproof. And in Australia, we have marine ply, which would have been fine, but I can't find marine ply anywhere here. And anytime I talk to someone like in a timber yard or something, they actually don't know what I'm talking about. So, I don't know, is it marine ply an Australian thing? In other words, you can build a boat out of it. But I've not been able to find anyone who's able to sell me anything that is capable of doing that. Huh. Well, if it's Sunday, it explains why it's oh so quiet. Well, I don't know where I'm going first. I'm going to go down that main street. Okay. That's disappointing because I intentionally came to this Canada Post because I wanted to post something back home, but from a town called Watson. Well, I tried. It's just lazy bastards aren't open on Sundays. There's a bust. I don't know if I'm just not speaking the Queen's English or the King's English, but no one seems to be able to understand me. I thought I enunciate myself quite well, but I just simply asked the 2 people in that, I don't know, what do you call it, like a service station? They call it a convenience store. I asked 2 of them, have you got any stickers that say Watson on it? Huh? I had to repeat myself probably 5-6 times to the point where I had to physically go get a sticker and say, one of these, Watson. No, we don't have one of them. God, I wish you could see that. I don't like filming other people for amusement, right? Because it's not really fair, but it's funny. The whole one strap dangling down with the overalls on and the trucker cap on and the belly that's bigger than Santa Claus. You get the idea. So I don't want to shame the individual, but let the imagination go and take a few teeth out, and that's a hillbilly. So I'm in 21. This is pretty. Nice. And they're powered too, by the way, these sites, which is good. unit, isn't it? Oh man, this is beautiful. I'm worried about that noise I can hear in my tire. It sounds like I got something in it. Oh, I didn't. I've got enough firewood. 21. 21, it's a pull-through site. And I need to get my rear end to this green pole. Alright, I'm just going to check that rear end. Perfect. Oh, come on. You can do it. Come on. There we go. That magnet is strong on that thing, man. All right. Yeah, it's nice. I really hope I don't have any puncture in this thing. Oh. It could be that it's just got gravel stuck in it somewhere. It's definitely this side. I'm hoping it's just gravel. Oh yes, this is so you can warm up your engine. What a great little spot. Picnic table, fire pit. Oh, it's got firewood here. If I had Starlink, I'd have a clear sky. Wow. This is great. All right, let's plug in. Not gonna lie, these white eggs, they're pretty bland. And I've got salt and pepper on them. Oh. Oh. I don't understand. What's this obsession in North America? I said he's wearing a white shirt, but with white eggs. Eggs don't come out of chickens white. Well, sometimes. Look at my freaking leg. But more often than not, they come out brown. And that's a diversity of the diet. So God knows what these chickens are eating if they're only coming out with white eggs. And there's really no flavour in them at all. They're quite they almost don't even taste like eggs. Almost like the Eggo. Yeah, that's what it tastes like. Be honest with you, I'm going to go on a hunt for real eggs. Real brown eggs. Oh, that's so good. The bacon's pretty good. It was apple smoked. I think it was. Don't know how you apple smoke, but apple smoked. And the flies are pretty annoying. Today's Monday here, so it's pretty quiet. I don't know how many people are here. I think I've seen the same 4 cars go past. This is why I like going out to breakfast. A little tricky here. It's the cleanup that comes after it. Bacon and eggs simple. Look at that. Ow! I bit my tongue. Ow, freaking son of a gun. I do that often for some reason, but more often than not. A little while back, I had a slip and fall in Hobart, coming down Mount Wellington, and hurt my hip, fractured 2 ribs, and probably got a slight concussion, who knows. But my hip has been really bad ever since. I got a sciatic nerve damage, and I've seen a chiropractor before I left Australia to come here. Just come back again. So I'm in a fair amount of pain. So I haven't been able to go on any hikes. I haven't been able to see a chiropractor either. When I say pain, it's pretty bad. Anyway, what I was saying was, biting my lip and tongue. When I saw the chiropractor back in Australia, he realigned my jaw because he thinks that my jaw got jolted. Maybe my jaw was always jolted. Because ever since I had my jaw realigned, I keep biting my tongue and my lips. All I can say, people, is don't get old. Just don't do it. I'm not sure what's coming next. But if I'm only 47 and I feel like I'm 87, God, don't grow old. Of course, grow old. At least, though, having aches and pains in my body is a sign that I do shit. I push my body. Not ridiculously. Not in like some sort of endurance thing. But for an unfit, untrained person, I push my body. And rarely, I mean rarely, do I turn around. Anyone who knows me well enough knows that I'm probably the last person to say, all right, let's turn around. I will keep going regardless. Just soldier on. Even when it hurts me. So like I did a thing called a rail trail, which is like an old abandoned railway path that the tracks have been lifted and they've turned into a hiking path. And I went in this one, I'm going to say 4 months ago, 3-4 months ago, I reckon, maybe even 5 months ago. I did this one, 44 kilometers in one day. That was a hike. Now, it wasn't up any terrain or anything like that, nothing crazy. It was all pretty flat. But 44 kilometers in one day. And then I got to the halfway mark. I had lunch and I was like, okay, cool. I know what to expect. So this should probably go a little quicker. But then blisters started to form on my feet. My toes were hurting. Everything was hurting. My back wasn't sore at the time because I hadn't injured myself. Car going by. And anyway, I miscalculated the distance. I thought it was 40 kilometers. It was 44. That makes an important difference because on my way back, I had assumed that I'll get back at 4 kilometers. I mean, that's what, just under an hour of walking. I had assumed that it will still be daylight or just getting dark by the time I got back to Casper, the van. Hey, someone else has got a drone up there. I had mine up yesterday. So that extra 4 kilometers meant that the sun went down before I got back, and it started raining. So it was pitch black because of the rain, raining relatively hard. My feet were sore already. I think I started getting blisters around about the 30-kilometer mark, maybe. And then, yeah, rough, I reckon about 30-kilometer mark. I was on my way back anyway before I noticed them. And then, and so my feet were soaking wet. I was miserable. It was pitch black. I couldn't see where I was going. And I had this 4 or 5 kilometer track to do still. Cows everywhere, no fencing. I had no idea what I was in for. So it was definitely messing with my mind, because if you think about it, like when you're walking in the dark on your own, it's one thing. Yeah, who cares? Dark alleys, they don't bother me. Walking through the bush in pitch black in Australia, where 4/5 of everything's trying to kill you, it messes with your head a bit. But I soldiered on. I could have called for help and said, hey, can you come pick me up? I could have done whatever, but I didn't. Not that I'm a hero, it's just that I don't bloody stop. I got back to the van soaking wet, just ridiculous. And I couldn't even really use the torch on my phone. One would think that would be a good idea. One would even think to carry a torch would be a better idea, but this is a very public path. Hundreds of people hike it, ride bikes, things like that. And I had timed it based on a 40-kilometer turn, so I wasn't expecting to be in the dark at all. So I didn't take things for that. It's a bit like you don't take winter clothes when you're hiking in summer, right? You just don't take things that you don't need, extra weight and all. Now I'm going to carry a torch no matter what kind of trip I'm doing. But I got back to the van dripping wet, and then he's back again. Might go up there and do like a Star Wars fight with him. A TIE fighter. That's it, a TIE fight. Anyway, I quickly derobed and dried myself off, which was so good. And I could barely, my muscles were just so stiff from this walk. I could barely get into my bed. And those who know my bed, it's high. I've got to lift up. Forget this table wobbles. I got to lift up into the bed. And I couldn't. I had to drag my sorry ass into that bed, grab the sheets and pull myself up. And when I couldn't turn over, I was on my face, like my belly, and I needed to roll over, and I don't have a lot of height, so you can't really throw yourself over. Oh man, the pain I was in, it suddenly hit me. Anyway, I could not sleep. The pain was so much. I've broken ribs before, and that was nothing by comparison to how sore my body was. So I got out of bed again, slid off the side, and I got a sleeping tablet and some painkillers. In Australia, we don't, these are over-the-counter stuff, right? Just Voltaren, like muscle relaxants. Canada, prescription drug. What the heck? You can have marijuana anywhere you want, but you need prescription for Voltaren? Crazy. Anyway, so I grabbed some Voltaren, and I just have to lick a sleeping tablet and I'm out cold. But I had a quarter tablet, which really, that knocked me out. Anyway, I woke up the next day feeling a little sore, but better because my body had a chance to recover, right? Without me tossing and turning, because that's what the sleeping tablet was for. But my feet, my God, I damaged my feet even till today. what, 5 months, 4 or 5 months later. I should find out. I'll put in a timer down here how long ago it was. I'll look it up. But 2 of my toes, the toenails, got so bruised that the nails went black, right? They're still black, right? They're growing out, but they're still black. And then blisters, which covered the whole sole of my feet, on both feet, only a few weeks ago finally came off. So I'd been walking around with really sore feet for months, did hikes and everything for months, and it's only recently that they're coming off. And the funny thing was, it was the shoes. I bought these shoes in Canada in February, thinking, oh well, they're built for Canada, right? Yeah, fine, but no good for Australia. So anyway, I got rid of those shoes and I got some Salomons, and these Salomons have been really good. With the exception, they grip on anything but slippery shit, which is what's the point? So when I fell over in Tasmania on the Mount Wellington, I was wearing those Salomons and they just slide on ice. And I got a new pair of Salomons, some like sneaker style ones, and they slip on slippery shit. Really good traction on dry stuff, you know, bitumen, things like that. Great traction. Slight slipperiness, useless, absolutely useless. So I don't know what I'm going to do here in Canada when it gets snowy and icy. Buy skates? Maybe. Anyway, I'm rambling on long enough. So I'm going to clean this garbage up and get on with my chores. I'm staying here one more night, so I'm a bit casual today, don't really care about the speed I go, and I believe checkout is 10 o'clock tomorrow. I woke up at 10 o'clock today. I slept that well last night. But yeah, I'm going to try and get those decals on, clean the van up a bit. Don't know. Anyway, let's get on with shit.